Why do black men date fat white women?
Live from a random alley in the Tenderloin. This is the industry special.
Welcome to episode 29. 28? Fuck. Whatever. Episode 28 or 29 of the industry special. I was at Tempest with these people right here.
Hello.
My homies right here. I'm going to go from right to left. We have Joshua.
Yeah.
I called him Josh, and then Lilo was like, "How dare you?"
My name's Joshua.
And then she snapped 3 times in my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gave you all the.
My man's Joshua.
Thank you.
We have Lilo, the voice of the industry special.
No.
Yes, you are. And we have, once again, Dame.
In the building.
Gang, Dame. Yeah, so we gonna talk about shit. We got we'll talk about some industry situations because we are the industry special. We're gonna talk about public transportation and all the bullshit that comes with that, and not so much the good things. We're gonna talk about old Chinese ladies. I love old Chinese ladies personally, so I ain't got a problem.
The freshest gear.
Once you get it.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about being banned from different places. I mean, it happens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't go back to Reno. We'll talk about that, right?
How do you get banned from a
I was
whole
like-
How do you, yeah, like a
We're
whole
gonna
ass
talk
city.
about that. We're gonna
A
talk
whole
about
ass city, not just one
That
bar.
was a
every
surprise.
neighborhood in that motherfucker? You
It's-
can't go to none of
So
them.
you
I'm
can't
actually
drive
banned
into
from
the
the
sign?
county.
Wow.
You didn't mention
What did you do?
I wasn't supposed to. It's for the podcast. But in the meantime, Fernet shot, industry special.
Industry special. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, y'all. Hope y'all having one too.
That was a fat.
That's what she said.
It was hella fat, right?
That's what she said.
Oh, good God.
That's what he said.
Oh, shit.
That's what she said.
How'd you guys all
That's what she said.
All right. So the industry special, we are on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, industry special, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, industry special. If you want to donate, pledge any money, patreon.com/industry special. YouTube, we are on industry special. Hopefully soon, if you give me enough money, I'll be on Spotify. It's like $300 a year. So I don't make enough money for that. Man, got shoes to buy. Space Jam Jordan 9s right there. So we're going to start this off talking about a tragedy that happened in the community, everybody's community, right? Not just the black community. Nipsey Hussle was murdered on this past Sunday. Was that the 31st?
Yeah.
31st.
Yeah.
So I'm not a avid listener of him, but at the same time, he's a black man who got killed in the community, and anytime that happens, that's fucked up. So, yeah, I mean, that shot right there, dedicated to him, it's fucked up, period. So,
And I did my research about him because I don't like a lot of like new rapper hip hop, but
He's far from that.
well, but I saw what he did for his community and the way his community reached out, and I kind of
yeah.
how I feel about LeBron James. Like I don't like LeBron James as a sportsman, but he does great shit for the community, and you got to do your research, and he's done a lot of good shit. So
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like,
respect.
I mean, I don't know too much about the music, and I don't do the gang shit. I'm from Oakland. We don't do no
Yeah.
Crips and Blood shit. But at the same time, he was trying to do something
Different,
and
yeah.
I mean, that enough is respect enough.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he wasn't really always talking about gang shit. I mean,
I didn't say he wasn't, but I'm just saying
a
that
lot
was
he
just
talked about financial literacy in his music. It was definitely different than
take that mic towards you a little bit, player.
different than what you would think you would see just by looking at him. Actually looking at him, when you actually listen to what he's talking about, he's completely talking differently. His cadences are different from what's pushed musically today, which you can't differentiate one mumble rapper from another. You can't differentiate most pop artists from another. He was completely different. He was really underrated, and I was shocked when he won the Grammy because I didn't think he stood a chance because no one, the industry for the most part had their back turned to him from what I saw. So when he won that Grammy, that changed my whole mind about him because that's not fans. That's not fans only. That's his constituents. That's his colleagues. That's who decide the Grammys. So I was like, okay, well that changes everything. And for this to happen right after that it sucks because it's a validation and it's opening new doors for him. And all I can say is this stuff is just, it don't make no sense. It never does. Some people understand, and what I got from people who are around that, I get what they say, but it still doesn't make any sense because there are a lot of people I think that people say good things about them. Like, for real, we were just saying good things because he ain't here versus this might be falling. These good things are falling actually true about this man. Yeah. I wasn't the biggest fan. I listened. I knew who he was. I know when I hear him. I do own his music. But I think it actually is a tragedy.
That's what I was saying. Regardless of the situation, him or anybody else, like, he still got killed. If he was somebody randomly on Turk and Taylor, son of the black man got killed in the hood, that's not cool. So rest in peace. All right, so that's fucked up, but we got to move on because this is the industry special. We're gonna talk about some industry shit, and we have 3 bartenders here. Me personally, I am not a bartender. I have done it. I don't like it. It's not my shit, and I have no problem saying it's not my thing. But this is the industry special, so we talk about this type of shit. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about some creepy customers. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers out here who's creepy as fuck and want to go to the bar and be like, hey, Joshua.
Yeah. So, I'm just going to speak in my own personal
Get your bubble. Get your bubble going,
my own
little.
I understand my demographic.
Bubble up.
I was a chef for 13 years. And
what?
I worked in the back of house for years. Like, I was a cook, worked really, grinded hard. And
That's common.
Now that I work front of the house, my demographic is cougars and gay men. Whatever that is, it is what it is. But I wish that when you were in high school, everybody took a class on, like, working in a restaurant or how to act in a restaurant or how to be in a restaurant, because people are just out of pocket.
Hospitality class.
Just out of pocket.
Yeah. Everybody ain't got manners, right?
I mean, I wish. You know?
Yeah.
I just wish I could write an email to everybody's mothers and be like, what's your mama's email?
What's your mama's Yelp?
Just your email. I want to talk to your mother directly because she did it's not a reflection on the way she raised you.
Yeah, it is.
Not necessarily.
No, it is, because my mama struck some fear in me that I would never act like that in public.
Hey, everybody ain't got that good mama, though.
No. I mean, my mom was not a good mama. She was crazy. It's the difference between...
My mama crazy, too.
I check my mom.
But, you know what I mean? There's just... The way that I wish that people view a restaurant or establishment as in, like, you are walking into someone's house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when I'm on the floor, and when you're on the floor, and when you're on the floor, you're in my house right now. And I have to serve you because I'm getting paid. But just because you're paying you're covering your costs. Yeah, you're paying your drink, you're paying this, but you're not going to tip me well. Like, I'm not going to think about you a second time.
Exactly.
So just be respectful. And I have really good ears too. Like, don't disrespect anyone in my house. Any female on staff. Don't come at them sideways. Don't come at me sideways.
You already said he got really good ears.
and just be respectful.
Ain't no talking shit on the slide, bro.
No.
All bartenders have. All we do. Is
Not
hustle.
all.
I got horrible
Hustle.
ears.
I'm
I work at the
always
work
I,
field.
I can be down at the end.
Huh?
So at Louis,
What?
so we work at Louis. So at Louis,
Huh?
you don't know this, but at Louis, you've been at Louis, right? So in the corner, you know the corner where they all gamble?
Yeah.
I have my own side gamble. Where like all the guys will be like rolling dice and playing games, and they'll be like, "Yo, do you think Joshua can hear?" And they'll bet if I could hear or not, and if I can repeat it exactly or verbatim, and they'll like say something, and at the end of it they'll say my name really loud, and I'll turn around, and I'll be like, "What's up?" And I walk down the end, and they're like, "What did we just say?" And I'll repeat it, and they'll all laugh, and then someone has to pay money, because like. I grew up in an area where I saw people stabbed and shot.
Where you from?
I'm from Merced. It's a small town, but there was
Yeah.
large like gang community.
Hey, yeah,
And,
talk about Merced, bro.
Like where I grew up, I mean, like I said, I saw people get stabbed and shot. Like
You were the first Central Valley person we've had on the industry
Yeah.
special. So.
And a lot of people don't
You
realize.
still need to meet my best friend. You guys
Who's
are
your best
from-
friend?
He's Carlos. I've
From
been
where?
telling you. He's from the same place.
From Merced? Carlos, what? How old is he?
Yeah. He's my age.
Speak up.
I'm just saying, you need to meet him.
No, okay,
He's
so I
my
should
gay
meet him.
best friend. Like,
You ain't never met Carlos?
No.
Oh,
You know Carlos?
Shit. Yeah.
Okay, I've never met Carlos. But he's from
Carlos.
Merced.
Carlos.
But he's from Merced. And he's the same age?
Nah, he's younger, right?
I'm 23. He's 26.
So yeah, we probably know each other. But what I'm saying is like
Sorry,
growing
to
up,
interrupt,
No.
but
just like
There
growing
is no
up,
interruption.
growing up in that
I've
area.
been trying to link them. 'Cause
And people are just like, yeah, you're from the valley, you're from a small area, like you don't know what it's about. I'm like, yo, dude, like the violence that we see is on a much smaller scale, so everyone sees it, and just watch your fucking mouth. Be respectful. Everyone's listening.
That's what I was saying. Like, if you respect, I was talking about this earlier because we have a manager who's having problems. How can I say this PC as possible? He's having problems.
Is he a white guy?
He's having problems talking to people the correct way. I was like, if you
Communicating.
respect a person from jump,
Communicating.
you don't need to talk a certain way. Because if you respect them, they already feel the respect.
It's also one of the things like as this is called like the industry special, and since I worked back of the house for so long, now that I work front of the house, I never thought I would front of the house. Like I ran 3 restaurants in the city. I thought it was gonna be fucking willy-nilly. I'd make my money. Da 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 da. Now that I work front of the house, if you walk into a kitchen and you respect people and you're like, hey, what's your name? What do you drink? Do you want water? Da da da. They will help you. It's a family dynamic, I'm taking care of you. You're gonna take care of me.
Once a month, I buy my kitchen a case of beer.
Oh no, I order pizza on Saturday, Sunday night. So when I'm closing, I'm like, yo, what do you guys want? And I order a fucking giant pizza and I'll pay for it. And they're like, thank you so much. Da da da. And I'm like, you know what, dude? I was a chef, and I realized when my dishwasher calls out, I have to show up and I gotta wash dishes. So if I'm gonna buy someone a fucking giant pizza and we're eating all together and we're having a good time, the next time 4 weeks later I forget something and I need something rushed, you're gonna do it for me.
You got me. Exactly.
Damn, I thought it was so out of pocket. What kitchen?
Louis.
Okay.
No, buy people shit.
Anywhere I work,
Yeah,
that's what I do. I'll buy them a case of
bought
beer.
like pictures before, and I thought maybe I was like overstepping or
No.
something.
Nah,
No,
that's
take
just,
care of them. They're
that's
taking
just
care of
called
you.
real
No, I know.
shit.
And they don't
I
get
love
tipped
them
out the way
so
that we
much.
do. You know what I mean? Like
It was so crazy. I'm not sorry to
No, go ahead.
intervene,
No,
go
but
ahead.
like in
This
the
is
kitchen,
actually your topic.
yeah.
in the kitchen, like they all know me and I all know them. I come from like I should be able to speak Spanish and I don't.
I don't
However,
speak fluently either.
I think we all should be able to speak
however,
Spanish.
they love me, and I don't know why, because they don't understand me. And whenever like a new person or somebody's talking shit, I understand that they're like they have my back and they're like telling them to shut the fuck up and shit. And I like appreciate that so much because like I have their back. Like one of the people in the kitchen, she tested the new chef. She was
the
like
crazy Latina girl, Yankee.
She's
wild.
Too late.
She was trying to say like nobody even knows any of our names. Like none of the people that work here, like, and she was trying to say that, and the chef tested, like, all of us, and, like, I knew all of their names.
And nobody else knew.
And nobody else knew. And, like, when I buy them pictures and stuff and shit like that, like, I know they always have my back. Not like I'm trying to buy them pictures.
No, but
I mean,
you're interacting with these people and you understand the basic human interaction.
Treat them, dude. What the fuck? We're doing the same shit, and they bust ass.
And they're not getting tipped out like we are.
Than I do. They be busting ass way more than I do, and the fact that like my coworker, one of my coworkers, like didn't know any of their names, it was like shocking.
No name.
No.
Her? She.
So.
They
didn't know any of their names, and well, just during that time, because that cook called them out, and she was like, "Well, does he know any of our names?" And he didn't know any of them, and I'm like, "Dude, exactly. This is what I'm talking about. Like, they bust ass so hard, like they fucking bust ass, and I know that I'm busting ass, and I have to deal with people, but they're back there like." Fucking like panicking because if tickets are wrong and shit's all fucking crazy and shit, and they have to act normal.
Well, there's a difference, you know, like
But they need respect.
Not even. I don't even think it's respect.
No,
like
they
as someone
need respect though.
Not even respect, because before respect, there's acknowledgement.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
That's
gonna say.
what, you know. There is a point of acknowledgement, and so like when I got started with our company, I was a food runner 3 days a week.
And you busted your ass and you got where you were. And I wanted that for you so hard.
Well, and I appreciate that. But what I'm saying is, you know, even when I entered in as a food runner, and I deal with food runners all the time, and they're lazy, they're half-assed, but I came from a point where I ran 3 restaurants. You know, like I had a staff of 75 that I was in control of. And I walked away, and I like worked 2 years in cannabis and whatever. And when I came with this company, our company, and I started working, I realized, you know, just appreciate the people who work hard.
Totally.
And our cooks don't get tipped out. And that's the point that I'm trying to get. When I go out to dinner with people who don't tip, and they're like, my service was horrible, I'm not going to tip because my server was a piece of shit. And I'm like, that's fine. If your server was a piece of shit, and I've been around in the city so long that I'm like, I realize this restaurant is also going to tip out the kitchen at a certain percentage. Like, whatever your service was, you could literally write on your check, this is going to go to the kitchen, and they'll give it to the kitchen. Because it is extremely difficult, day in and day out, to bust your ass and watch people like you and me, you know, or like people like other people that we work with, they get trashed and get shitty and they give horrible service, but the food comes out on time and it's great. Mm-hmm. And they're making $15 to $18 an hour. And so I wish I could cook. Like, I want to be a chef. I miss making food. But the reason why I don't go back to food is because my dishwasher is making $50 an hour. My prep cook is making $18. My line cook is making $20. My sous chef is on salary. And my budget is so tight that it's so stressful to make it happen. So just tip.
That's fucked up.
And be patient. And I think that this city is full of like young rich people that have no sense of patience.
Yeah.
They have no experience with any other race outside of themselves.
No. Mm-mm. They've never served anybody. And that's like earlier, like I said, you know, like I think in high school, instead of like having someone take like a fucking chemistry class or like a basic ass math class, like have them take a service class.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever had to serve someone and you're doing your best job and the POS goes down and you have to explain to all these guests in the middle of fucking lunch why your POS went down?
My.
And they're fucking brutal as fuck and they have no sense of patience or understanding. It's like, yo,
Compassion.
dude. I'm like, how do you feel when you get a shitty email from your fucking owner in your tech job and you're so upset and you're so pissed off because you don't have the answer, but you want me to close your check out right now. And my computer's not working, so I have to do the math by hand and I have to apply the tax. And I have 8 other people. And I think a lot of people in this world don't interact face to face. It's all like screen based.
Yeah.
You know, your issues.
Yeah, 2019.
Oh, no. Your issues are like, okay, I have like 8 people pissed off and I'm reading their emails, so I have to figure out a way to respond. I'm like, have you ever had 8 people in front of your face, person to person?
Nope.
No, you have not.
They don't understand it.
So don't come at me like that. And I got my mama's soul. So I'm like, I'm like a nice asshole. I'll be like, hey,
Mama.
have you ever been waiting? Were you ever alive back in the day when you threw a credit card down? You had to like slide, swipe, carbon copy? No. So be patient. My internet's down. When have you been at home and you couldn't load your Game of Thrones and you were pissed off? I'm dealing with that right now while I'm trying to close you out.
So you said that though. Who watches Game of Thrones here?
No, I stopped after bloody
Red Wedding.
Red Wedding. I couldn't
Red
do
Wedding. Are you serious?
What does that mean?
do it.
What does that mean? You watch that?
I don't watch
Red
TV.
Wedding?
Huh?
Are
I
you
don't watch
kidding?
TV.
You ever watch Game of Thrones?
No.
So,
Okay,
Black guys, yeah, we don't. I guess we don't fuck with.
I'm sorry, but
I don't watch. Yeah,
I
I
had
don't watch
hope
TV at all.
in this show, like, and then they had to do me like that.
did you do
like,
Red Wedding?
All right,
That
well,
was my
hold
last
on.
episode.
You never talked about the creepy customer situation. This is yours.
Are we doing this now?
Yeah. Sorry, I went on
Wait,
a long
I want you to
tangent.
go first.
He went on.
No,
a
you go
long-
first.
No.
Please.
I don't deal with
Yeah.
creepy like you deal with creepy. I went
Well,
off on
also
one
he
tangent.
went on a
long tangent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was.
I would feel comfortable if you went first.
No,
please.
what is
No,
your creepy?
This is no. He's went. He's
No, you
went.
go first.
He went. He went already.
I did go.
Creepy customers happen. Just give it to us.
Hop.
So, what is your pet
Stoop,
peeve with
stoop,
creepy
stoop.
people?
Well, how about we do it like this?
Okay,
Why don't we
first-
do things that in the industry that we do not like customers doing? Because honestly, I feel like
Well, we
a
did
lot of
this
people-
like 15 times. She wanted to do the creepy customer thing.
I just wanted to. Okay,
That's the part,
This
is
is the
things
thing.
that are
It's
annoying.
like I just want to start off by saying like, I'm not a little bitch, but I'm like, I don't know. I am that bitch if somebody wants to like test me or say something super disrespectful and creepy. However, I have a bad habit of letting it pass. And what I mean by letting it pass is just like when I'm working and
You're like, whatever. I'm
just like, whatever. Like, fine. Haha. Oh. That's funny. But it's like, I'm too nice. I think that's my issue. So that's why, like, this shit happens to me all the time. With that subject, particularly.
And most women probably.
Most women probably.
Well, no.
Well, because
Yes,
what I'm
absolutely.
seeing a lot is, like, a lot of women are, like, now being like, no.
Bruh.
Anyway, so
Mister, I got my phone on.
A lot of
I know
women.
that's. I
Do
was
not
gonna-
disturb.
Like, I'll let you throw it out there.
Do not disturb my
It's not
ass.
warm.
That's why I want you to start, so I can, like,
So can I haven't said
tender off
much.
of that.
No, hold on. No, keep going, please,
Okay.
because you're fine. You're fine. This was your subject.
I don't want to start this. Well,
You-
I'm all about the public transportation
No, I'm saying
thing, but
you're in there. You're in.
Okay,
you already
okay.
started.
Damien, what's your?
I'm just
So
saying.
I've worked in hospitality in multi-facets. I've worked in nightclubs. I've worked in strip clubs.
Put
I've
that
worked in
mic
bars,
closer to you.
restaurants, and working particularly in strip clubs. I've heard the things that these men have said to those girls, and they have no choice. And there's only time I stepped in is where it would be like, all right, dude, that's just way too fucking much. And sometimes alcohol was involved. Sometimes they were just perverts. Sometimes they were just wanting to be how they wanted to be at that moment in terms of
So you're making an excuse for men's
they want.
instead of interacting.
No,
That's the point I'm getting to.
no, I wasn't. I just let it go because I'm
Well, why
not.
do you let it go?
Because I'm not.
All
Gonna,
right,
I'm
hold
not
on,
going
hold
to
on.
step in and then that guy doesn't want to spend
Let me
money.
talk
with her.
first, though.
and then I fucked up her opportunity to make money. And I don't know how much money that person can get from that man.
Okay.
I have no right to do that. There's only been one time where I physically stepped in, and the guy was just blatantly on the floor, and he said, "How much you get my dick sucked?" I'm like, "What the fuck? Dude, you gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's not cool." And that's when that was it for me. Because he was saying it so blatantly on the floor for the world and God to hear over blaring music. He had to go. And I tossed him. You gotta go.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out. You don't need to be here. You came here to be that guy.
Yeah.
That guy.
That's what he came here to be. And when they come here to be that guy, you gotta go. Outside of that, we had in that particular business, particularly that business, you gotta kind of let the shit just slide off, because it's coming from everywhere for those girls. It's not just coming from the customers. It's coming from coworkers. It's girl to girl, doorman, DJ to
everybody.
Bosses.
Yeah.
Yes, it's coming from everywhere.
It ain't cool, but
it's coming like that.
But is that okay?
No, it's not
cool.
okay.
Okay, so then where do you...
No, it's not okay.
So you're saying it's not okay? At what point?
No, it's not at all.
At what point do you stand your ground? And
I
that's where I get in trouble.
I know where I stand my ground. I pick and choose my battles in that term, where I can take a punk ass comment from a boss, but when it becomes completely you really want to let me know you're in charge, then that's when you get me full blast. Then that's when I release the Kraken. Them dealing with customers, they're coming there for a reason.
Yeah.
And that's what that business is. Now, when we get to hospitality, bars, restaurants, yeah, they're going to say some slick shit. Do not cross that motherfucking line where, all right, anybody in this world will not let you say that to you. Mm-hmm. And I understand that. And if no girl, even men, get it from other men and or women. I've gotten a question from a boss. He stopped me and said, "Can you ask me a question? Why do black men date fat white women?"
What you say?
I said, "Why do white people smell like wet dog?"
Right?
They shower every other day. I'm like, why don't you shower every
That was my answer, because I mean it was just as disrespectful. You get what I'm saying?
Sorry.
There was
I'm dating a white woman. I'm like,
that's the line.
I'm
my
glad we
date.
all agreed with like the showering aspect.
Is this facts?
Bitch.
It's not always, but I'm just saying.
Hold on.
In
Joshua.
It is.
Facts?
So it is a fact that I'm gonna sound fucked up and I don't care. White people feel like they don't gotta shower every day, but you are so clean and so white that yes, you might not have to shower every day, but I gotta shower every day. So don't ask me why I'm showering every fucking day.
I'm coming from
Everybody needs to shower
Every day.
My
mom used to whoop my ass if I didn't shower.
My
clean your
mom
ass.
dated white men, and then it was one time she said she had a boyfriend. He would kiss his dog, and she was like, "No, you kiss me or you kiss that dog. You choose who you kissing."
No.
And I was just sitting there, just like, "What the fuck is you doing?"
Shower. I'm not asking you to fucking like shampoo your hair every day.
No,
but
that is a
have your
fucking
ass
fact.
and your
I'm like,
pits and
why
your
are you
ball
doing
sack.
that?
Hey, yeah, you need to wash your ass.
Wash your ass.
Once.
I got dry skin and I take a shower every day.
Oh. You got dry skin, but you're clammy. You're like me. I'm hella dry, but I'm clammy as fuck. I
Yeah.
have a shower.
I'm black. I got eczema, and I'm still taking a shower.
You can't see that shit. You
Shower.
light skin. I'm just fucking with you.
Nah, I
Just
bet
shower.
you is.
Okay, so anyways,
Sorry, Lilo.
Tangent about fucked up people.
if a woman is working
Speak
and
loudly.
you think that she likes you, it's not true. She doesn't like you. She's doing her job. She's trying to be polite. And please don't harass her. Like, the last thing I want when I'm working is someone to like slip me a phone number and be like, "Hey, like what we talked about like I don't like what we talked about. Cards was really cool, and maybe we should go play cards sometime. And
Hey,
here's
look.
my number.
Hey,
It's like
baby.
kind of like, okay, well, I'm working right now. Like I was just trying to chop it up with you, and I thought that you were my friend, and now you're not my friend, and I hate you. So that's kind of a thing. So
That's a
just
strong word.
know your boundaries, I guess.
Yeah.
Like know your boundaries. Know your signals. People who are working are obligated to be nice to you,
That is
especially women. Like we don't like you. It's not even only bartenders. It's like baristas. It's waitresses
Well, it's
and
any woman
I
on the
wouldn't
street.
say y'all don't
Just
like them. Saying people don't
any-
like them, that's not
The
necessarily-
Like,
hospitality
we're not-
industry is about
and
hospitality.
like don't take advantage of
Not even that.
girls
Okay, so-
who are
so-
who are being nice to you. Like there's girls like me who are like, I'm not trying to be rude, and this is why this always happens to me, because I am like not trying to be rude, and I'm like low key a pushover, and this is why this keeps happening to me, and I need to be that bitch where I'm like, hold
that
the fuck
bitch.
up. But yeah, just like
No, not even be that bitch. I just think most people don't realize that businesses are run by men, and
You
we
go right there, you go right
working in the industry. If you have female bartenders working a certain shift, people understand that. They know Lilo or X, Y, B, and Z. They're gonna be in there on a certain day, so they're gonna show up because they like to look at you as like a man. And I'm aggressive in the way I approach people. Like I'm not afraid of an open conversation, and I think that's why my regulars love me, because I'm very engaging. But I also have no time and space for people who don't have the capacity to understand that the person that is serving you also has their own life. Like you're coming to this bar to escape whatever is going on in your life. You're coming here to get drunk or have a beer or have a shot or whatever, because it's one of two things. You like to drink and you enjoy being in a bar, or you're escaping whatever is going on. And I think 80% of the time, people who go into bars, they're people who are unhappy, that can't handle what else is going on in their life. So they come to somewhere else and they interact with other people and they're assholes. And it's like, my job as a bartender is to make money, but also to educate people. And I have the power to educate people because in my position, I'm allowed to be an asshole. Servers can't be an asshole. A manager can't be an asshole. But the person pouring your shots and pouring your beers can be an asshole and can have an open dialogue and can fucking check you. And that's why I love bartending. Mm-hmm. Because
Same.
I can be like, yo, dude, you were talking down here and I was down there and I was pouring drinks, but I heard the fucked up shit you're saying. I'm letting you know right now, that shit is not okay. So let's have a different conversation.
Liquor protection.
Yeah.
Closing thoughts?
totally agree. Coming from a server bias, I guess, also like server and bartender bias, also maybe women bias, but completely 1 million agree.
100.
And yeah, if you are a customer at any service and you think that the person likes you, whether it may be male or female, just understand that it might mean that they're not totally into you.
They'll let you know. if they
Long story short,
Don't
if you're
be creepy.
paying for a service, pay for the service. Don't expect anything. Now, if the service is
Don't.
above
There's boundaries.
what you expect,
and understand boundaries.
tip that person, please.
Can I say a few things?
Oh, you can
Because I
say
have
it.
to
You can say multiple
Oh,
things. Go
also,
ahead.
we
from
should touch on
a completely
tips.
different perspective because I'm most of my life I've been the only black bartender there. Normally the only. So in dealing with customers, yes, bartenders have hooked up with customers. That's happened on both sides. I've been a customer at a bar and not hooked up with that particular bartender. It does happen. It's your approach, and
Your approach, yeah.
it's your approach, and being the best way I can say it is how you are really communicating with people. If you have friends that work in the service industry, I would probably ask them how to act. So, for instance, being black and being around, when I go out with large groups of people, normally I'm the guy that tips because I know when that check is going to be large as fuck. I cannot fathom what those servers are thinking. So I say, here's this much for my food. I'll do the rest of the tipping. What's the check? I'll take care of the check just to cut that shit completely out, because in the end, sometimes they just like, yeah, they ain't finna tip shit. And they just give the fuck up. So then you see that $300 fucking tab and you see $35, $40. You're completely shocked. So, and that's just in that one demographic. If people know people that are servers and or bartenders, ask them etiquette. Just basic etiquette.
I think
Don't have a
sorry to
problem going some-
interject, but I
Go
think
ahead.
that I've educated all of my friends about how to correctly tip.
Yeah.
It's more just how to act, period.
Yeah.
And act, yeah. For
No,
sure.
Also, like,
What I tell
hold on. Not how to act. How to act.
act.
He
Go
said how to
on.
act.
You know how to act.
How to act.
So basic
Seriously.
things. So basic things bartenders hate. They hate being strung along. You know, stop adding drinks after drink after drink after drink. Stop closing check and reopening check.
How many more do you still gotta
Exactly.
make?
I
I
feel
know
like
the whole
everybody
table.
watching this at this point is in the industry because this is the industry special. But at the same time, if you aren't and you still are worrying and confused about how to fucking pay for your drink or your order,
Can I let them know?
If you're in the Bay Area,
You tip-
Ask your friend. You have friends that are in the industry.
Not even
ask
that.
them.
Even if you're a basic ass motherfucker, you tip $1 per beer.
Yes.
And $2 per cocktail.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
It's a basic ass roll.
Easy.
Easy.
and if you order industry special, you buy me one, bitch. All right, we're gonna move it on to public transit because me personally, I've always been
I'm about to go rogue on that one.
I'm last.
I don't like the public transit necessarily. And everybody over here, at least these two, I know they fuck with the public transit.
So why do you not like it?
So me personally,
Prissy little bitch.
I'll be a prissy little bitch.
But why don't you like it?
I mean, when I was coming up, my first memories were when we had the fucking earthquake in '89, Loma Prieta,
Yeah.
and my
What,
mom.
you were like 3?
I was 5, and yeah. Regardless, my mom didn't drive. She's from San Francisco. None of my family would drive. She's from San Francisco.
Your mom's from SF?
I'm a third generation SF.
I
Yes,
thought you were from
Yeah,
Oakland.
first generation.
I was raised in Oakland. Yes, I was born in here.
I'm first
Sorry,
generation.
what part is your mom from?
Filmo.
She from
So was my dad.
Philmo?
You should know this.
Wait,
No,
where in the
you
mall?
never explained that to me.
I have
Where in
Lilo.
the mall?
No, you
Lilo,
didn't.
Lilo
So let's
acting
talk
funny.
about that.
Where in
Talk
the
about
mall?
what? Talk about transportation out there. At the point. It was fucked up.
Sorry,
Filmo.
sorry,
It's fucked
sorry.
up.
The
Filmo.
filthy mo.
I was gonna
So
drive by.
I come.
The
So
Walmart.
my dad. Everybody probably knows who fuck with me. They know my dad was the Captain Black Panther Party, and my family's from Filmo. My dad was he did Juneteenth in San Francisco for 33 straight years. So I am Filmo. I was born in June in the fucking hospital. My dad drove me the first time out the hospital straight down Filmo through the Juneteenth festival, 1985. But my first memories are the collapse of the tunnel situation they had,
Embarcadero.
and then my uncle was on
No,
the
that was
bridge.
structure.
No, I'm talking about
Talking about the bridge?
no,
Yeah.
the BART tunnel under
The BART
actually
tunnel
collapsed too.
last. And then on
And then the
Embarcadero
bridge,
had that highway.
the
They had
bridge,
that highway
they
on
had that
Embarcadero
thing, and that
collapsed.
one person died. My uncle was 6 or 7 cars away from that actual collapse of the bridge.
I remember the tunnel, the Transbay Tunnel collapsing. I remember Cypress Structure. And
No. The BART tunnel.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. They had to shut that whole shit down. But they had different little... It was infrastructure set apart so that didn't flood the whole fucking Bay Area, of course. Because what happened if the Bay flooded a tunnel? All that water would just seep into the streets.
I think about that every day.
It wasn't.
Just
It,
whatever
that's
underneath
not
the
what
tunnel.
would happen.
My
I'm
mom
like,
was
it can
always
happen.
like fucking freaked out about that. So once that happened, she was like, nope, we're ferrying it every day. So I was on ferry back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I was like, fuck public transit. Once I became an adult and I was like...
But you were on public transit. The ferry is public transit.
Yeah.
So, what do you mean? Like, why did you have to get from SF to Oakland?
Because my
'Cause the
dad
bridge
bought a
was fucked
house
up.
in Oakland, but the money's always been in San Francisco. So they always
Like, were you living in SF or like
living in
did you go
Oakland,
to
having
school?
to living in Oakland, having to go back and forth from school and everything else.
And your mom was like,
At that time,
we're
a lot of
doing-
people from Oakland sent their kids to school in San Francisco.
Damn right, yes.
Yeah.
So
So the bridge was done. The bridge was done.
My whole family, both sides, have always been in San Francisco, up until the supreme gentrification and moving everybody out. So probably 10 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever the case. So I just never been a big public transportation person. But when I did, I remember getting out of high school and I would hop on the BART, fresh out of Berkeley High, and I would come and get off at Powell, hop on the 38 or the 31 or the 5 Fulton, because that's where my family was from.
That's right.
Get off on
Oh, Richmond.
Fillmore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that, because the 38 line keeps popping up for everybody.
Well, so
That 38.
I moved here 11 years ago, and the first neighborhood I lived in was in the Fillmore. And
Gang.
and I was in a drive-by at Third World Market, and I was dating a white girl who was like 4 years older than me, and we were like being rang up, and homie was like drive-by, and I grew up in a neighborhood where there was drive-bys, and I ducked, and homegirl didn't duck, and I was like fucking duck, and I remember when I first moved here, if you wanted to go out to the beach, it would take you like an hour 20. Now it takes you 30 minutes. And I live on 28th and Anza now, and I can get to downtown in 25 minutes. So like, Muni has gotten way better, and it's a simple math game, you know? Like, if anybody knows anything about like the basics of math, if more people were willing to take public transportation, there'd be less cars on the road. And if there's less cars on the road, then you get around quicker.
Yeah.
But the reason why people don't want public transportation is because they want their own space.
Yeah.
And they have the money. So you have a weird dichotomy of people who have a shit ton of money, who can afford to take an Uber Express every fucking morning to get to work, but they're bitching about how long it takes to get to work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't realize that, like, you are a singular person in one vehicle, or you could get on a bus and be with 75 people and get there at the same amount of time. But you as an individual are adding on to it's fucking math.
Yeah.
And when I first moved here, Muni sucked. It was not like, it was horrible. When I rode the 49 or the 14, I would get pepper sprayed.
That was her.
I'd get pepper sprayed. Like, I've been pepper sprayed on the bus. Like, it would take forever.
Who pepper sprayed you? What's happening?
I didn't get pepper sprayed.
Oh, you said you got pepper sprayed.
No,
But
some
if you-
some homie popped off at some homegirl, and she was like, "Fuck you!" And she pulled out the spray, and she went to spray him, and he hit her hand, and she sprayed the top of the bus, so all of everybody in the
Spray
back
got everybody.
everybody.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if more people were just like not so selfish and not about themselves, and were willing to like interact with other human beings, we could all get around way quicker.
See, that part I fuck with SF because it's quicker. Like in Oakland,
It's
No,
not. It's
I'm
not.
not fucking with AC transit.
See, that's-
No.
at all.
that's
At all.
I'm used to
I've done
growing
AC.
up with the Oakland AC transit.
Yeah, it's not ass.
You were waiting for 30 minutes for a fuck.
Nah.
When I was going
Our
to high
buses are
school,
so good now.
I stayed out there for like 20 minutes. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
And the fucking bus would ride by like, and they just ride. They just,
Ride by
just
by.
go. Just keep
Yeah.
going. Fuck you, little kid. You ain't
That's
gotta
how
go to school
Muni used
today.
to be. Muni would be like,
Well,
Yeah,
I've never had
it
that
would be.
problem.
it would be.
Yeah,
I remember
the 22
when
to
I first
38,
started
some
riding
lines would be
Muni,
like, fuck you.
I was
on schedule.
14,
Because
and it was
still
$1.25 for adults. $1.25 for a grown man. Kids,
my Muni
35
Fast Pass.
cents.
My Muni Fast Pass. When I moved here 12 years ago, that's BART and Muni was $650, and now it's $100.
I think it was 40 when I was like,
but the thing is, you can only use that shit inside of San Francisco.
yeah.
That's why.
And then I'm like, that's kind of counterproductive.
Okay, so I'll chime in. Fuck Bart, first of all.
Fuck Bart, damn. Gang.
Yeah.
I will say fuck BART.
All the times that I have almost been harmed and BART police like didn't give a shit or like took too long to even.
Well, if you're black, they'll just shoot you.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I'm
They'll
saying
fuck you up
like.
in some way, form, shape, or form.
So fuck BART. Like, also like.
How do they have a privatized police force?
Do I have money to
They don't
pay
make
for
that. They don't make
this
as much
public
as regular
transportation?
No, I know, but it's so
I
crazy
don't.
that there's a line that's privatized.
I don't know. I grew up like hopping BART and like not paying for it, and I don't know. Like some people might think that's kind of ratchet and stupid.
Nah. Do your thing. Talk your shit.
I don't know. I think paying for BART is pretty dumb. I'm sorry. Like so many people have been murdered. Like
Talk your
ruthlessly.
shit. Nah, come on. This
like,
is what we're about.
It's
Spit
kind
your
of
shit.
It's disgusting. Like
Yeah.
people have been murdered ruthlessly in BART and nothing has come from it. There's no better like protection from it. I'm sorry. Like
No, there's not. And like also what I've noticed with Muni and BART is that the lines that are like heavily protected where like when you get off the BART and they're gonna fine you, it's lines that are so for example, you know, I've had multiple Muni tickets where like I'm riding a certain line and they pull me aside and it's only on the 14, the 49, or the 5.
22.
Walk away.
And the 22. And
22?
no, you can walk away. But what I'm
away.
saying is, why are you not stopping like the 1? Why are you not stopping lines where there's white people that are
why are
clearly
you not stopping
avoiding?
the 1? Why are you not stopping the 2? Why
Yeah.
are you not stopping?
You're
Same thing with SFMTA.
Well, no, you're
All right, hold on. Let's-
those
everybody's talking to
agencies,
each other.
those agencies are
Targeting.
targeting
I've
low
literally
income.
like. I'm sorry, but like I'm sorry. I've
No, go ahead, because you were
never-
talking before. Go.
Yeah.
I've
Keep
never paid like for Muni. Like, no, I'm sorry. Like, no. And there's this one instance where they pulled me over, and this guy like didn't even want to write me a ticket. He was just like, oh, cool. I didn't have to do anything. And then the next time when it was a day after, they were on Masonic and Haight, and cops are always parked right there in front of that tattoo shop in front of Mom's, and he like acted like he cared, and he like got my ID, he wrote his information and just got on the bus and drove away, like without my signature or anything. And like I got a thing in the mail and I'm like, dude, you didn't even like do the whole like, I don't know. And I've seen people shooting up, like I've stepped on needles, like I've seen people having sex, like
On
I've
the
seen
fucking.
on the bus.
Oh,
like
yeah, I've
holy
seen gnarly
shit.
stuff.
I've seen so much crazy shit on Muni and BART where I'm like, fuck this public transportation. Like, just because you just moved here and you work for like Salesforce, because I've hopped BART so many times and people are like, fuck you, like pay your fare, and I'm like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Like, you don't even know what I see every day. You think you want to inhale crack right now? Like, I've, like, been in a car where it's, like, crack. Or I've, like, been in a car where someone was, like, sliced. Or injecting. Like, this is the nastiest public transportation, like, ever. It's kind of, like, pathetic.
No, I wouldn't say that.
It's not the nastiest.
Well, I
The
mean,
thing
like,
is,
for, like, what they act about it. Like, they act, like, the way
Well,
that...
so this is the way I feel about it. I feel like they target people that are low income, and they're willing to have an argument with someone who's poor and not paying their fare versus checking someone who's privileged. You know, and I've seen multiple people, like, skip their fare, but when we get off the bus, you know, I'm the one getting ticketed. And it's just like, yeah, these people clearly have enough income to pay for all of this stuff.
So
And
why
you're pulling
me
aside all
over?
these extra people who you know don't have the income, and you know they're not going to pay the ticket because this is a fun fact. Fun fact for everybody, whoever's listening to this podcast. SFMTA doesn't have enough money to pay the collection agency for your tickets, so it never goes to collections. Which is just blows my mind.
I'll never forget.
Not to mention, they chased down a man and killed him.
Yeah.
At least one that I can think of right now. I know him because
6 months ago, I was on the 22 in front of Safeway, and this mom had like 2 kids like on her lap, and she just like yelled at them. She was like, "You want to fucking give us all tickets?" She was like, "Fuck you," and like, "You think we have money for this?" And they like she like scared them away, and they didn't even get on the bus and like check anyone's fare.
it's fucked up.
And I was like, "Damn."
Well,
It's hella fucked
I'm
up.
gonna have to
someone
do
that's rode BART since
Uh-oh.
the early 80s.
I'm a still hot Bart. I'm sorry.
The initial concept for BART literally was from San Jose all the way to fucking Santa Rosa.
Yeah, and it was like 120,000 people.
Politically, it got vetoed by X amount of counties. Like, we're not doing this. We don't want to deal with this.
Fuck no.
And now with the influx of people, everyone's like, they need more tracks. That ship has sailed.
Yeah.
It's done. That's not happening.
It's never
No,
going to
and the money's
Vallejo.
so much they can't build another tunnel.
As far as-
for, like,
as
They're going
far
to go
as
to
the-
San Jose because they've already been working
As
on
far
that
as
for
the
20
violence
years.
goes, that is sped up in the last 5 years. Because things like that, no, 10 years. Shit like that wasn't really happening. You get on BART, you weren't, the homeless situation wasn't what it was. You weren't having, because I mean, you got to think about it. We have to pay to get on, but how are the homeless people getting? How are they getting on the train?
How are they getting around?
How are they getting around? Exactly. They're sitting on the train, sleeping around, blah 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 blah
Well,
blah.
it's also because the workers don't want to confront the fact, you know? It's a liability, and that's also
They don't
the
have
issue.
the protection.
No, but that's also the issue in the Bay Area, that we provide so much support for people who have mental illness and people
We
who are
enable them.
homeless. It's not even enabling. I don't like using that word because
We enable them.
no,
We do.
no, because
We do.
those are people who don't have help anywhere else in this country. And there's a difference between. So when you say enable, have you ever been homeless?
Yeah.
Okay. And you were willing to like pick yourself up and like work through it, and you know you had a certain
All right.
sense of.
I ain't never been homeless, but I also say you shouldn't say enabling because you don't know what the person's situation is.
I just think So there's a difference between being enabled and also taking advantage of the system that's set up in your county. And I think the reason why we have homeless people who come here is because there's a system that's put in place
Yes.
that allows them to have social services, and that's something we provide. And we can't be mad at that because that's something that people before us have voted for. You know?
I'm not mad at that. I'm saying, as someone who was literally sleeping on the streets,
Yeah.
I took myself and walked around until I found the cleanest, warmest, driest
Yeah.
place where I wouldn't be fucked with. That's where I slept.
Yeah. But that's also your
And-
experience, you know. And a lot of homeless people in the Bay Area are veterans. You know, these are people who have PTSD, who have gone through sexual abuse, who have gone through all of these issues. And the reason why there's such a high concentration of those people here is because of the services we provide. And that's something that we pay for within our taxes, you know.
And that's I'm totally fine with
Yeah.
that. But at the same time, we're also getting an influx of people who don't have to deal with that in their day-to-day lives, and now they have to see it. When we had the video gaming conference like last year,
Yeah.
it's so
GNC,
dirty.
yeah.
I'm sitting there saying the TL is nowhere near what it
was.
used to be.
Are you
Exactly.
kidding
So
me?
then that
I
issue
was like,
needs
no,
to
no,
come
no.
down. That
Saying.
issue
Hold on,
needs
hold
to
on, hold
come
on.
down
Let's
to a local
calm down,
city.
calm down.
Nowhere
No, like,
near
I
what it
agree.
used to
I
be.
totally
Yeah.
agree.
Nowhere
I was talking.
near what it used
I was
to be.
talking. Literally walking to Tempest earlier, talking to the other barbacks, and none of them are from here, or actually none of them are really even from anywhere close to here. But they're talking about, you know, oh, this and that, and I was like, this shit used to be
Way worse.
Way worse.
Yeah.
I was
Like
the
the
one-
tenderloin.
Hold on, I want to tell
was
one quick story.
The tenderloin.
It's quick. It's
Hold on,
so
hold on.
quick.
Let me finish my thought, and I got you. And so I'm saying, like, this used to be way worse. Like, I'm 30. I'll be 34 in June. I grew up in the crack epidemic.
Yeah.
My dad's a Black Panther. Like, they put crack here to get rid of them.
Yeah.
I know all about
that.
crackhead shit. And I remember coming from my dad luckily him got away first. And when bought a house in Oakland back when before gentrification, when you could fucking own a house. Be a black man that can own anything. Now you can't own shit as a black man. It's a wrap.
Or even most people, like Latino, like most people can own.
But I mean,
area,
I mean, but in a black neighborhood, in a black area, you could own. Like Oakland was black for 100 years, and then they said bye. But I was trying to tell, like, bro, this shit was way worse. This shit was
way
back in like 94, 95.
Out here in SF?
way worse.
6th Street?
in the Mo.
Yo, like,
97,
can't.
98, 99, up until 2002.
My
Mimi was having
grandpa,
issues hitting people because crackheads was stepping in the streets.
my grandpa
Hold on,
was
let me just tell
born.
you one story real quick, and both of y'all can have it. My parents, both, like I said, I'm third generation. They grew up in Fillmore, like back when it was like jazz historic shit. They was like,
Jazz Festival.
white people had to come and ask permission to walk
Anywhere
anywhere
in this
close. If you saw a white person, you were being like, hey,
Hey, what's up?
do you need help?
Yeah.
Where are you trying to go? Because you going to get robbed next block. And this shit still blows my mind.
The white folks went from Gary and Fillmore. They went.
to the ocean.
Yep.
Not even that.
Yep.
Most people don't realize that after World War II, when the internment of the Japanese, so the Fillmore originally was all Japanese. That's why you have Japantown down there. And during World War II, they rounded everybody up, and it turned into public land. Bottom of the hill, top of the hill, Pack Heights was all Japanese too. Once they interned all the Japanese people, all the rich white people were like, "We want this property." They bought it all up. They paid extra taxes to subsidize the Fillmore for like black people, and that's why the Fillmore became a black neighborhood.
Yeah. Fillmore was black. Bayview.
Yep.
Sunnydale.
Yep.
Potrero Hill. That's what happened.
After
that,
the
that was
Japanese
that
left.
was everyone coming from the south. That's they came here. They went from here to St. Louis to in Chicago.
If we're gonna talk about Bay Area right
But
now,
my quick story
Well,
is
nah, y'all was talking. Go ahead.
my quick story is I left Tempest one day. I took a lift line. The dude was the next person that was getting picked up. He got picked up on Folsom and 6th. He got dropped off on 11th and Market. 11th and Mission, and he said the neighborhood was tough. And the girl was a driver, and I sat there like, wait. He just took a lift like 4.5 blocks, and he was scared of this neighborhood, and it was really nothing going on in that time.
Nothing, yeah.
I'm like, you
You ain't
are
never seen the Mo back.
You don't even know.
you are an actual sissy. You're a sissy because this is nothing.
He might be from what, Connecticut or
He was
Rhode
of
Island?
ethnicity, so he was dressed like he was like a member of the Nebuchadnezzar, but he was of ethnicity.
maybe he's a time
I
traveler.
don't I don't know where he was from, but I was like, you are a real
You should have said red or green pill.
blue.
Whatever, red or blue pill.
He was real punk. I'm like, this is nothing. You should have seen it when I was a kid. Where I live now, you take everything you see in the TL, you times it by 100.
Yeah, that shit was
At
crazy.
all times
shit was
of the
fucking
fucking
nuts.
day. And it was crazy. There was
And you know the
no
craziest
reason
part?
for no one to be there.
My brother's best friend, because like I said, my family's come from out here, right? So my brother's best friend, they all grew up in the projects and shit. And then my dad had the house in Oakland, so they'd always come out to Oakland every weekend. And his friend came out to Oakland, he's like, bruh, he was terrified. Come to Oakland.
Oh, come to Oakland.
Coming from the stupid city projects out here,
Oakland was
OC and shit like that.
OC was fucking it is what it is. OC stands for out of control.
Yeah, and he came to Oakland and was like, I'm terrified.
Chick got raped in the fucking stairway. It's out of control. Oakland was cool. Once I moved to Oakland, when I moved to Oakland in
But
'98,
he didn't know nothing about
people
Oakland.
was nice.
He didn't know about Oakland, so he was terrified.
People actually wanted to talk
He
to
was
me.
scared to death.
Yeah.
Geneva Towers. Anybody?
Geneva Towers was worse.
I had an aunt who lived in the Geneva Towers, and we come over for Thanksgiving, and I'd be like, "Mom, why were you coming to Geneva Towers for Thanksgiving? Can we invite them to our house?"
Nah.
I was like, "You want me to climb 15 stories and get checked every 5th floor?"
Right? Right?
And it was all pink. It was so disrespectful.
Pink Palace.
It was like pink.
Pink Palace.
Palace.
Yeah, it looked all nice, and it was pink, and you'd be walking up.
We are, man, listen.
Nah, it was
Dang.
not nice. There was nothing nice
Trail,
about
we,
it.
I ain't even gonna get in Trail Hill.
I don't think we got enough time to go
We
there.
got time for that.
Lilo.
I don't even remember what I was talking about.
Okay. Well, we're talking about 38 line.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom.
38, 22
Ooh, see, that's perfect.
Ooh.
is
know.
about to go down.
If all my podcast guests do that slide like my main Joshua.
I just gotta go pee, bro.
Nah, we need that. The 38. I got stories about the 38.
Well, I'm gonna start off by just saying that my grandfather drove Muni his whole entire life, and I heard his entire stories, like back in the day, about the N, the L, cable cars, Powell, Hyde, everything. He told me everything, and yeah, it's kind of weird being in this generation and
Yeah, it's just different.
seeing this like super fucking change. It's kind of crazy.
How do you feel about 38? The current 38?
38. Most convenient bus, I guess, if you're trying to get
for real,
from the
right?
beach to
Oh, I was gonna
anywhere
say
in
from like.
between.
Well, see, me, I'm coming from the East Bay. You get off the BART.
The N is better.
And then you get off at Montgomery.
I don't know what the fuck the N is.
N.
I mean, then you gotta. Okay, I'm speaking.
No, go ahead.
No. I mean, the 38 will take you. It'll take you right before the Cliff House, but you gotta walk down the N and the K.
Well, where are you trying to go?
Filmo.
Yeah, you trying to go to Mo.
And see, 38, the 30 or the
22,
31 was the one that
71
frequent-
maybe even.
They went the most.
Yeah.
See, I am 22.
Yeah, 22.
22.
7 to
Valid.
22. 6 to the 22.
22, y'all have one at like what? Fucking Embarcadero almost?
No. What? You from the same place?
No, 22 is
that
Mission.
you're-
22 is from 3rd Street.
It goes down Filmo.
Third two,
22. It's called 22 Filmo.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Like,
but it goes all the way down to 3rd Street.
that's why you wouldn't need to take the 38 or anything like that.
Okay,
You
so
would just-
I'm saying coming from Oakland, going to like Fillmore and Eddie or McAllister and Fillmore, you either hop on the 38 or the 5.
5.
Okay.
Where
If you-
from?
Or if you wanted to
Come
walk
from
you wanted
Oakland.
to do 71.
Are you about to sit down or
Yeah, I am.
Wait,
I was
what BART
curious.
stop
Nah, do
do
your
you
thing.
get off at?
Powell?
Everybody
That's
get
what I
off
was
on Powell.
saying. I don't.
Everybody got from Powell.
Thank you, right? See, I'm glad somebody fuck with me.
I get off on Powell. I don't do Civic Center.
3 people, thank you.
Civic Center is
I like to hop out.
Nah.
Like the hop.
Powell,
out.
yeah. Civic Center's particularly bad now.
No, Civic Center is just like, like, okay,
You
Powell,
about to see some shit.
Powell that guaranteed there's like 2 or 3 motherfuckers that wow now.
Hey,
Civic Center,
hey,
you
hey.
come up, you be like,
Hey,
Everywhere you look.
if you're
keep
not
your
on
head
camera-
a swivel. Yeah.
You
Very
come on.
much so.
Yeah.
you want me to do it on camera?
No, I'm just saying. You're not even like we can't hear you or nothing.
Oh, okay.
So bring your ass on the
Yeah.
chair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Hold on, wait.
slide
Hold
for
on,
Josh
hold
to
on.
come back.
Before
Wait
you
for
go,
Josh to come
I got a
back.
question.
Wait for
The
Josh to come back.
38. What street is that?
What you mean, Gary?
Hold on. You said it?
She said it too.
No, you said it first.
I said Gary. She said, "What you mean, Gary?"
38.
I said, what you mean, Gary?
38.
Quickly.
38 Gary.
Quickly.
Cause see, he said Gary like OG said. You say Gary.
Oh.
Gary.
He says Gary.
I have the notes on there.
He being
How
petty.
do y'all pronounce Gary? Because
Gary.
it's Gary.
How do you pronounce Filmo?
Better say
Filmo, the Mo,
Filmo.
Filthy Mo.
Filmo.
Filthy Mo. Man.
I mean, you
Hey.
can say Fillmore
My-
if you want
my-
to.
I I was
Oh, yeah,
raised
she
at
from the Mo.
1195 McAllister
She from
Apartment
the Mo.
F, Fairship Village. Was that? That's me.
Fucking guy.
You're in the camera, bro. Come on, at least duck.
I thought you were gonna slide up under.
How do you pronounce 38 bus?
38.
What's the
38.
name? What's the name? 38 what?
Geary.
Oh, he
said
said Geary
same
too.
way.
Y'all some okay.
How am I
Gary.
supposed to say it? I ain't been
I
here
didn't
long
say
as y'all.
Gary.
Yeah, you
Gary.
did. Yeah, you did.
Gary.
You said Gary. Yeah, I said Gary.
Y'all say Geary.
I say Geary.
It's all good,
That's
but
what's
you know,
So next subject, what we talking about now?
we're gonna talk about $100 hand jobs.
We want to do that? I'm over that. We don't
Nah, I'm
want to talk
fucking
about
with you.
that. we don't want to talk about that,
I
man.
ain't sliding. You're tall as me.
Jesus Christ.
I'll move it to you.
This is why I take out a piss first.
I can slide under, but I ain't sliding back.
Dame, come on, you hella loud with the bugles.
That's
At least put the bugles on the cam, bro.
All right.
So wait, you guys, what do you guys say?
What, 38 Gary?
Gary.
Gary.
Gary, yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, I noticed
Remember
this
how
when
bad it
I.
used to be when there was the L. So when I moved here, I hate going out to the beach, like Sutro Baths. It took forever.
Hey, the L saved my life.
But forever. Now that we got the R and the AX,
Oh, those.
DX?
See, I don't take them so much, so I'm not familiar. So I'm completely confused.
I don't know
Wait,
shit
so where
about
do
an
you stay
R
at now?
or an AX.
I live right next to 1000 Van Ness, right behind it, like Pocono Ferro.
okay. No, but so like when I first moved here, the bus lines in the Richmond were horrible. Like it would take forever to get in and out. And
So you
I
said
like
11
dated
years,
a
so
girl.
that's like, what, 2008?
2009. I moved here. Summer 2009.
Okay.
Hey, I got good news and bad news. What you want first?
Bad news.
You gotta talk about the old Chinese ladies.
Oh, we could, that's good news.
Yeah, we gotta move on. I know.
We can move on.
I was giving you good and bad news. Yeah,
No,
because
but anyways,
'cause we're already
the
at
bus
an
line
hour,
has gotten
so-
way better.
Girl, you drunk.
So we
She
can talk about
drunk.
Chinese ladies
Now people
because
are
it's my
gonna be
favorite
like,
subject
this
and people don't realize it.
bitch doesn't pay for the fucking bus.
all right, we're gonna talk about old Chinese women.
See, that's not my subject, so I'm just listening.
I don't know much about old Chinese women. Old Chinese women.
So
Can we
I
talk
think
about
a lot of people
big bus
who have not grown up in San Francisco or never experienced Chinese people do not like Chinese people.
Damn. You louder than him.
Okay.
How do you feel, Dame?
Nah,
Honestly,
his
if it
fucking
wasn't
bugles
for-
are louder than you. Go ahead. Talk
If-
about it. If
it
you
wasn't
didn't grow up
for-
here.
I'll put it to you like this: if it wasn't for the Asian people that I met growing up, which they are heavy influences in my life, and I love them.
Mm-hmm.
If I get into any kind of jams, I will call them first because I know they're that resourceful. I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't like Asian people just by sheer dealing with them in terms of like business dealings. So
Yeah.
like being landlord. I've been done dirty by a lot of Asian people.
Chinese landlords, yeah.
Yeah, mostly in Oakland because Oakland allows them to do that.
Yeah.
Oh man, come on, bro.
Oakland allows them to do that. But
Damn.
the people that I met here, I love them. Yeah, I have whatever the fuck I need. They got me.
Mm-hmm.
So I know those minor interactions don't matter.
Are these female Chinese people?
No,
Are they old?
they were older. I was young.
All right, well, we're talking about old Chinese ladies.
So this is how I feel about Chinese people.
They gonna give it to you.
And I might get tweeted when this goes up. I might get in trouble.
They don't even get a tweet yet, though.
It doesn't even matter. But
Bitch,
I think
I'm gonna get in trouble.
I think a lot of people
Oh well.
I think a lot of people don't understand Asian culture. And Americans, whether you're black, white, Latin, whatever, like if you were born and raised in America, we have a privilege of like all of our feelings and the way we feel, and we like our space and we don't like being disrespected.
We view it a
And
certain way.
old, exactly. And old, like Chinese people, there are almost 4 billion of those motherfuckers on the planet. They don't have time to worry about the way you're feeling. And it took me a long time to understand that. And when I was a chef and I'd have to go to the farmer's market and I'd be like, I'm fucking 6'3", and I'd be at the farmer's market, the cheapest farmer's market, which is Civic Center, with a bunch of old Chinese lady, and they'd literally be touching every motherfucking green bean, every fucking fava bean, and they'd be like,
Like, hold on, bitch.
They'd be like, I'm like, yo, we're not even playing basketball. Why you boxing out? And I was super nice.
It was Dennis Rodman at the
No. But as a young man, as a young Latino man, I was like, okay, this is your space. I'm being nice. But I was getting pushed over.
Yeah.
And it took me almost a year to where I was like, you know what?
Fuck that.
I was like, I'm not doing this. And as soon as I was like,
And you start elbowing him?
I was rude. And these little Chinese women would look up at me and smile and be like,
"Oh, you want us?
Oh, you get it?
Oh,
you
want
know what I mean?
us?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You
And
want
so,
us.
and I wasn't like disrespectful. I'd be like, I'm gonna elbow you back.
This
but
is my space."
Exactly. I'm doing this. You're doing that. If you want to touch every motherfucking green bean, I'm gonna touch every motherfucking green bean. But I'm bigger than you, and I'm gonna push you out the way. And they get it. And I think Chinese people, they don't have time for your feelings, and we forget that. And I respect how fucking real they are more gangster than most people.
We're sheltered.
Yeah, we're sheltered. And they don't have space. They don't have time. They don't have the capacity to worry about the way you're fucking feeling. They're like, this is about me and my family. And I'm an old ass Chinese lady. So don't, you know what I mean? Like, and I learned a lot from Chinese people. And I love Chinese people. And I live in a Chinese neighborhood, you know? And they're just, you know, they're all about their family. They're about their money. And they're super loyal.
That's 1 and 2. Hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
So if you were
Family,
feeling
money.
Yeah, and
1,
if you are
2.
feeling like weird about yourself because these little tiny Chinese women are throwing their arms at you, you got your own issues you got to deal with.
Yourself.
Yeah. So until you can throw the bows back and smile and laugh, you're not ready to be you can't deal with 3 billion people.
So I got something to interject on this because this goes back to the 38 line. I remember hopping on 38 and it just being hella, I don't know what country of origin these people came from, but it's been a lot of seemingly Asian people, older people coming in.
You ran on 31?
Oh, 31 too. Same thing.
Live chicken, live fish.
I mean, it's one. It's one block
They
off.
have a chicken in a bag.
One block off,
Yeah.
as they eat bugles.
Yeah.
But and yeah, they were. I mean, I'm like, you know, fucking 12-year-old black kid. And I probably look 8, whatever fucking case. But like, yeah, they don't give a fuck about nothing. And I'd be like,
But it ain't got nothing to do with you though.
And that's my point. It's not personal.
But at the same time, how can I take it personal?
You don't know how to take it.
How can't I take it personal?
So it took me 6 years to be okay with Chinese people.
Go ahead, because you haven't said anything in a
Yeah.
while. Let's give you your platform.
Sorry about my ignorant rant recently, what I just did, but
Nah, you just took a
fuck
piss.
it.
It's all good.
Fuck gentrification.
Fuck
and
everything.
We should all
Yeah.
be able to have access to free transportation. So sorry if you thought what I said was ignorant and stupid and
Also,
uneducated.
fuck your feelings.
Yeah, don't say sorry.
Yeah.
But also,
She's not sorry.
we should also all be able to have free transportation.
We should.
Especially if someone is injecting heroin or smoking crack right next to me, and I
And they
have to
will
hold my
always
breath
be
because I'm about to be late to
injecting
work.
Heroin and
Or if we're
smoking
giving
crack.
giant tax breaks to all these corporations.
Are you going to more than that, or that was
Yeah.
it?
I don't feel that shit at all.
I thought you were going
And
deeper.
also, fuck the bus driver who closed the doors on my arm and continued to drive, and all of the passengers who told me to take my arm out of the door
How about you
so
help
that
her?
they could go to work.
You could help her.
They could have.
You were like, back door, back door, back door.
They could have. Anybody could have
That's what I
said
did.
back door,
Yeah,
back
back
door,
door all the
because whenever I see like
Back
a.
door.
Whenever I see somebody who's struggling, I'm always like, I don't know why, but I'm always like, back door, bus driver, back door.
Tobin has told my
But
girl
then
has
when I
told me
had
to
my
shut the fuck up.
arm-
I'm like,
No.
back door, back-
But when I had my
No.
arm in the thing,
That's been going for almost a century.
You poor thing.
That dog!
so anyways, the 22 bus driver
Jesus.
drove with my arm in the door, and I was like
Filmo.
running
Filmo.
with the bus, and everyone was like, stop, and he was only opening the door
To let your arm out.
like this,
He didn't
so
say
that my arm could
to
get
get
out.
out.
And all of the passengers were like, take your arm out, like move your arm, and I'm like, fuck you guys, what the fuck?
Right.
Are you kidding me?
No,
But
they
I
weren't-
know,
they weren't
like,
kidding you.
If I would have gotten ran over, the lawsuit would have been pathetic, and it wouldn't have went anywhere.
Yeah, but what if you wouldn't survive?
No, the
though?
lawsuit you'd have been cashed
You
out,
would've
but
been
you
cashed out.
got hurt.
Yeah, you
I'm
would've-
saying,
You've been
what
hurt.
if?
What
Yes,
if?
you were a
Yeah,
part
you
of
would've been cashed out.
Yes,
But also,
Layla, I'm
Muni,
telling you,
Muni litigation.
there was a stint where Muni was literally giving out so much money because bus drivers were hitting people that they don't want to deal with it anymore.
No, so now they stopped.
when he
Well,
How long ago was
when
it?
he
I'm
fi-
glad that you interject
when he finally opened
because
the door
we're going to talk about.
and up, and when I went from the back door to the
We're
door, I was like,
going
"What's up?" I was like, "What's up, dude? You trying to fucking kill me? Like, what are you doing?"
And he
and
said,
was
fuck
like,
off.
I wouldn't give you that pleasure.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Yeah, fuck off.
And I wanted to punch him in the face.
Why
so
didn't you?
Should've.
fucking bad.
I would have been.
Because it is a $500,000 fine to assault a Muni officer or a Muni police.
Sock 'em and
I'm
run.
too much like my mom.
You should've just peed on him.
I would have ripped him by the top of his head and pulled him out the bus stop and be like,
Got
And
enough of
guess
that.
what? The next, I promised myself, I was like, the next time I see him, I'm gonna fuck him up.
Just
right?
piss on him.
And guess what happened?
You peed on him.
I was like
You
hella
would've
late.
turned on.
I was hella late to
Ah.
my work, and he was my bus driver.
And
Did he remember you?
No, but he was my bus driver, so I couldn't do anything. Because I promised myself, I was like, the next time I see him, I am going to fuck his ass up.
but you
You should
didn't.
keep an
He
egg in
sees
your
too many.
bag.
He sees too many people. Remember,
But
everybody.
he's still
That's
running
how
the
I
same
feel about
bus
working.
line. 22 bus driver. He's a African American male.
Whoa, come on. No. He's good. All right.
No,
so,
One
he
sec-
has.
I want to talk
He's
about
angry.
one thing that we don't
He
get to
likes
talk
to yell
about.
at people.
we ain't got time. We got to move on because y'all was all talking about y'all
You
got
know,
to.
something that doesn't get is people of color in space.
Space.
Why you trying to cut me off?
You guys wanted to be done
What do you mean
at 45 minutes ago. That was a half an hour ago.
How many times do we?
I just want somebody to fight him.
How many times do you find yourself walking down the block and people sent? How many times do we find each other walking down the block and people you can feel like someone simply doesn't see you?
I've never experienced that.
Not. What do you mean? See you? What do you mean?
So there's a couple instances where I'm walking down the block and I find myself moving out of people's way.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I just think that people don't see people.
Nah,
It's not. It's not.
It's not that.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
So maybe
It's
you
not.
all are correcting me right now. 'Cause
No,
No, it's
what
not.
it is
Because
is
there's times where
they
I'll see someone
feel
a person
like
of color,
you need to move out my
and
way.
Yes.
Oh, and you'll like head
that.
nod. You'll
Yeah.
nod head.
Yes, and
Yeah.
we get out our way.
Yeah.
They're
even
walking
if that
four
person
deep
bumped into
down
me,
Market, slow as fuck.
That makes sense.
Yeah, when if another black person or another person of color bumps into me, and it's not it's not my fault, I still say,
Hey, my bad.
my
bro.
bad.
Or
And it's
acknowledge.
good.
Acknowledge.
It's
But
good.
but if you're walking down the street and they're white and they're just walking,
They don't even
they
acknowledge
don't
you.
acknowledge the fact that you even fucking exist. To
Every
a point where I've
fucking
changed. I
day.
changed how I do things now. So if you're on your phone and if I look at you and I know you know I'm coming, I'm not giving up my space for
Nope,
you.
me either.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know a fun fact.
I will stop, turn around, and look to see that you know what.
I will run
Dude, I was
your ass
picking up
over.
my mom today,
Yes, I will.
and this dude in he was a white man, and he was in a suit, and he just like walked in the middle of Van Ness, just like hit me, like or something, and I blew my horn so hard and like embarrassed
He
the
walked
fuck
or
out
drove?
of him. Like I embarrassed the fuck out of him.
She
He was
was
just trying
driving.
to like.
He hit you with his car?
No, I was driving, and this dude in this, like, he was a white man in a suit, and he just, like, decided to just, like, walk across the street, like, even though it was, like, a green light and a high traffic, and I, like, blew my horn so hard and embarrassed the fuck out of him.
Oh, you didn't hit. Yeah, okay. I was thinking.
No, I'm
something.
just, like, cause he was
My
in a
grandma would've
suit,
been,
and
like,
he
10
was, like,
points.
hit me, like,
Right.
kind
My
of, like,
grandma-
he's
Yeah.
wearing a suit, and he's, like,
Clip it.
I can cross right now,
Clip it.
and, like,
Yeah, my grandma's crazy.
and it felt so good
I had
to
a
like
coworker
make him
who was
feel
from,
moted. Like it felt so
Wow,
good.
she said molded. Oh.
Molded.
Hey,
Hey.
can we bring that back?
Give it-
Moted?
give it
Can
to
we
me.
We bringing that shit
back?
all the way back. Come on,
Can
we
we
bringing it
bring
back.
Moted back, please?
We bringing it
I'm
back.
sorry. It felt so good to make him.
Heard it here first on the industry special.
Molded.
Molded.
And does anyone understand where they came from?
Don't matter. Molded.
No. So I looked it up like 2 weeks ago. Like, where did molded come from?
No.
Shit, I've been
I
using
don't
that
want-
shit
nah.
for.
It came from
long
I've been using that
ass
shit
time.
since
London.
'87.
No, south side of London. When people were like,
I thought that
were
shit
burning
came
people,
from
they would say
the
molded
Bay Area.
because people would build a moat and you couldn't get across. So you've been moded.
No.
I've been
Yeah,
using
nah,
molded for
nah.
a long
I know,
ass
super
time,
Because
and
back-
his ass
Back
felt
in the 80s,
molded
it was like
today.
mold.
Suit and all.
No, but
Moded
moded
and
where I came
Manny.
from, moded.
Moded and Manny's always been in San Francisco.
Nah, it was
Town
a
shit.
London, like
Manny.
a English
Town.
Manny.
Down.
Manny, I know
Frisco.
Manny. That's
Frisco.
Manny. That's nasty. You like a nasty
Manny.
dog. You
And
Manny.
Mark,
You
you
hella
a
Manny.
Mark.
You hella Manny.
Down.
You don't even got all your
Okay,
hair on
wait.
you. You so
Bay Area
Manny.
quiz. Let's talk about Bay Area.
I love Bay Area quiz. Let's
Okay,
do this.
Bay Area terms. Let's go.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I thought moded was a Bay Area term, but I guess not.
No, it's an English term.
Okay.
I ain't going for it. We don't believe you know
I
people.
mean, you could Google it.
You need more people.
Other Bay Area terms?
We don't
Aside
believe
from
you.
that.
You need more people, but that's
Yeah.
yes, East Coast term, so you
Okay.
can't use that.
Okay.
Okay.
So other
Just
Bay Area
did.
term.
I don't know.
Just did.
Mark. You a Mark?
Mark.
Mark.
That's not.
I could do more. Yeah,
Larry, Mark.
Mark.
For sure.
Yeah, I already
Manny
did
for
too.
sure is
Manny.
a Bay
Manny for
Area.
sure.
Slaps.
Slap.
That's a slap.
What does that mean?
Slapper.
Slapper? You never heard
What?
of slap?
Like music?
Yeah.
Oh, you said slapper. I never heard slapper.
You never heard of
Yeah.
slapper?
The slap.
Nah.
The slap.
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 That shit
The
slap.
slapping.
That's just.
I never heard of
Slapping,
slapper.
slapper. It's all the
Slapper.
same.
Come on.
Oh.
For sure. I mean,
Well,
you
for
for
sure.
shizzle. For shizzle came from for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Mm,
Yeah, it did. For shizzle
it
came from for
off
sure.
the sheet.
Come on.
Off fucking Heezy.
Hella.
Easy.
Hella.
Hella San
Hey,
Francisco.
hold on.
Hella went from hella.
If you
went
was
to
a
hecka.
kid in the early 90s, you couldn't say hella.
Why?
Hecka.
Hecka's
No.
younger. It was hella.
You
I'm
had to be
hella.
a hecka, though.
I'm hella.
I'm hella.
Come on.
I'm hella.
Come on.
I heard
You
that
can
was
get
like,
that. I'm hella.
I'm hella.
I heard
I'm hella.
Hecka was.
I'm
like
saying, if
San
you was
Diego.
9 years old, you couldn't say that shit around no grown people.
No, you couldn't.
That's what
that
I'm
was,
saying.
Yeah, it was cursing.
Well,
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
so
couldn't
hecka,
say hella.
Hecka is you
From
say
my
hecka.
You couldn't say hella.
Yeah, you couldn't say hella around grown
say
people.
hecka.
Hell, because it was basically.
Well, shout out
really.
mom.
So
I guess.
hecka was how
Or
we,
I also,
how we
I
got away
also
with
feel
it.
like Bear, you feel
Hecka. Your parents were like,
Feel
okay,
me?
hecka's
Feel
cool,
me?
hecka's
Feel me?
cool.
Like a Bay Area.
Feel
You
me,
feel
feel
me?
me, East Bay Area.
You feel me? And I've been a Spartus. I'm like, no, I have never felt you, so I have no idea.
Feel me's Bay Area.
Feel me.
You feel me?
That's E40. What else we got? Come
Some
on,
of you guys
y'all
smoking,
got
yeah.
real quiet real quick.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you got all the knowledge, right? Because you were before hella, I guess.
No, he's hella older than me. Better look at him.
Go ahead, then.
Yeah.
He started this.
Bay Area
I
terms?
heard.
Yeah. Did I? All right. Shit. I'm blanking.
Oh,
just
Yak is
Shit.
a Bay Area term too.
Yak is?
Yeah, because people from LA, I'm like, yo, you're yacked out, and they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, you've been doing hella yak, and they're like, what? I'm like, you've been doing hella.
But yak
cocaine.
is
like
almost
yak.
a noun.
Yeah.
Almost.
No. So
I
the
don't
reason
even- I don't
why
even know what
I
that
feel
is.
Yak
like,
is, you can yak, you can do yak, you
I
can
know
drink
about
yak.
yakking.
but the
Like-
reason why it's called yak is because you do yak and then you yak.
I mean, it can mean
What is
a lot of
doing
things.
yak?
Coke.
Oh, I didn't even know that one.
Yeah.
Ayo, yayo, and
Yeah, yo, hey, yo, for
yak.
yeah, yo,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know, yeah,
You
yo,
never done
but
cocaine and you feel like you're gagging
I never done coke, period.
in your whole life?
Me neither.
We had this conversation like,
You want to do something right now?
No,
Okay.
give Lilo mine.
no, yak can
So
mean
you're
a
gonna
lot of
cut
things.
out like multiple
It
conversations.
just can't mean a person, so it's not
Yellow.
really a noun.
No, but I've
You're
talked to
gonna
other
cut
people,
out-
and I'm
Say
like,
yellow.
like people from the East Coast I've been hanging out with, and I'm like, yo,
Yellow.
you trying to say me yak? And they're like, what
Wait.
are you talking about? I'm
Ready?
like, cocaine. And they're like, why you call it yak? And I'm like, because you do.
Yellow.
You're so cooked out that you gag and you want to
Okay,
throw up.
you gotta cut
They're
out
like,
like
yeah, I've been there yacked out.
hella shit.
I'm like, yeah, yak.
Yellow.
I'm trying to think here.
You have to run it by me before you post it.
I don't
I
know about
don't.
that.
I mean,
All right, hold on. Unless y'all got more, we got one last time.
Come on, weak
What's the
ass
last topic?
Bay Area
Let's keep
people.
going. What's the last
What
topic?
the fuck?
Waka waka wow.
Hella molded Mark.
Yayo.
Yayo, yak. What? Oh my god, what
You
am
feel
I
me?
forgetting right now?
Hey, have you ever been banned? From a
oh
place?
yeah, we haven't got on that.
I've been banned.
Bruh. Where you been banned from?
All of the Safeways.
What do you mean all of them?
I cannot walk into a Safeway.
I mean, Safeway is a
AT&T
grocery
Park?
store. Like, what do you mean?
So, Safeway,
Yeah.
if you've been caught shoplifting $500 or more, they take a Polaroid of you
And send
and
it
they
to
put it in an
everybody?
email and they send it in a corporate email.
I had no idea.
So I
did
am
that.
not allowed in any Safeway.
All right. Question.
And
I guess I've just
Fuck the
run
prices.
away.
When's the last time you been to Safeway, though?
we were talking about this earlier, like a year and a half ago, I went with my girl.
That's the last time you went?
Yeah. One on
Fuck
Webster.
that shit. I go every day. Fuck them.
No, because I'm a small businessman guy. There's a lot of small markets where like so the way I shop like an old school like European person. Like I've been to go from store to store to get what I want to make my most money, and I don't buy for the week. I think a lot of Americans buy for the week, and you got to buy for like 2 or 3 days. Because when you buy for the week, there's a lot of waste. You're not gonna eat all that fucking food. You're not gonna plan out that well. Like life happens. So I buy 2 to 3 days at a time because I know how to cook. I love to cook, but I cannot go into a Safeway.
TFTI.
No Safeway.
TFTI still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
You can't go into Safeway either.
Yeah. Are you banned from anywhere?
Only Safeway. Nowhere else. Just Safeway.
I was talking about
Yeah, her.
Mrs. Leona over here.
No.
I mean, no what?
Now I'm like, you have a name.
Your face is on the camera.
Okay. Well,
Right.
Yeah. So where are you banned from?
Presidio District. I
The
guess.
whole
The
district?
whole district?
Yeah.
How are you?
How are you banned from a
Fucking
federal district? Like how? Wait.
Don't know.
You do know.
Yes,
so
you do.
my favorite beach is Baker Beach, so this is why I don't want to
You're
do
big-
it.
Because it's a
Beach.
nude beach.
Yeah.
Nude beach.
China Beach.
Well, not all of it is nude.
Just
It's only
the
it's a
far
small,
side.
yeah. The
It's
So you
far
had
side.
too much cheeks
Okay,
out on the
this
beach.
is. I'm just gonna. Maybe you can blurt my name. I don't know.
Too late.
Too
Call
late.
her Lilo. Don't do the full
Yeah,
name.
Lilo.
Also,
Can
you
we
only-
do Lilo?
Also, you're the voice of the podcast. It's
No,
a little
this is
late.
Lilo. They don't know Leona.
Anyway, so how did you get banned from?
How do you
the
get banned
whole
from Presidio?
Okay, so
Jesus.
at Baker Beach, all of those rich ass people have like houses right there, like on the cliffs, right?
Seacliff.
And most of their backyards are not being used.
You broke a new backyard.
No. Maybe. So this yard was not being used and we've watched it for a year. So we noticed that
So you're casing it.
Wait, was this recently?
Yeah.
Was it?
yellow. No, it means yellow.
Okay.
Me, if I'm casing a house,
Sorry, I mean
Straight to jail.
I am going to edit this with you to make sure that you beep everything.
I highly doubt you're going to come.
Anyway,
edit
I
so
this with
highly
me.
doubt that I will,
You
so
snuck in
that
there.
I don't incriminate myself. Anyways, so we noticed that their backyard was like not being used for like hella long. Like, I'll show you where it is. It's like right where Baker Beach
Please
is.
show me.
You'll like climb up and you'll see it's just like this huge,
Yeah, with all the
like
giant
empty,
pillars.
like
Yeah.
beach, like just nothing. So, anyways, the guy that I was dating at the time was like, "Well, we should probably just use this as like a place to sleep
Fuck.
and
Oh.
camp."
Oh, that was horrible.
That's it.
Yeah, what's what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I wasn't even doing
anyways,
anything. I was just being there.
I guess
Went
what happened was
banned
that
for sleep?
they
What had happened?
called it like squatting, and like
Sounds
we were
like
like
squatting.
illegally like squatting there. But like, dude, there was so many like spider webs and like it was nasty as fuck, and we like turned it into some like beautiful little like plant like cute thing, and they weren't using it, and
That was
they were
an
like.
interest.
Anyways, so the person who was arresting me thought that I was like homeless, and I played it off too, because then they would just like leave me alone.
Played it off as Bay Area.
And
Gang.
yeah, he just thought that I was like a homeless lady, and he just said like, "You're not allowed to ever step grounds in the Presidio or this beach or anywhere near Presidio." Or
Did he look like a real cop, or was he like
was
proper?
a
cop?
he was a cop, and he gave me a paper, and he said like, if you ever like step grounds,
It might be.
here
He might be
again-
a park ranger.
He's like, if you ever step grounds over here again, you will be immediately arrested and
It
like,
might have been-
go to jail.
Hey, it might have
No,
been
you
Yogi
won't.
Bear's homie.
Hey, boo-hoo.
Yeah.
boo.
No, he might pick
a
no.
basket.
But that's
Hey,
where
Lonnie,
I'm banned
Maybe he
from.
wanted your honey pot.
And
I don't know.
I
you are
love
not-
Baker Beach. That's my favorite beach ever.
Have you not
You
been
were,
back?
you were not banned.
still
from
down
that
there.
shit.
You're scared? Oh, fuck you, banned.
Did you have a court date or anything like that?
Nah.
No, they thought that I was homeless. So
Good.
they were
You're not
just
banned
like-
from there. He's lying.
You're good.
Yeah, he was lying.
He's lying.
I literally cannot go
Hey.
on a Safeway though.
Where you banned from?
I've never been banned from anywhere.
Nigga shit.
I've never been banned from anywhere.
Nah, black
Not
people.
anywhere where I knew I wasn't welcome.
Yeah, me either.
Just Safeway.
There's certain parts
Banned
of the
from
Bay
a
Area
couple
where
Whole
I know
Foods,
for sure it's gonna be an issue.
I've
if
never
I'm
had
there at
anybody
that,
be like,
it's not a
you
big deal.
can't come here anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, if I go back home, I can't go somewhere. Not because of me, because of my family.
At least not that I can think of.
My last name. Like, my family is...
But also, I wish a nigga would.
Nah.
That just makes me want to go there even more, probably.
Nah, I don't like to be in it. If you don't want me there, I don't want to be there.
That's the Gemini.
I don't want to be there. That's it.
The thing is, the way I feel like if I was to go back home and I was in a neighborhood where I shouldn't be and something was to happen to me...
You know damn well you ain't supposed to be there.
No, but my family would react so hard that it'd be like a whole issue if something happened to me.
It's not even worth it.
Yeah.
So why?
Just because, like, I was never really hard in high school or middle school, but, like, when people found out my last name, they were like, I'm not going to fuck with you just because of the rest
You
of
got
your
that
family.
gang shit, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were like, my family,
That's what I'm talking
they
about.
don't fuck around.
Hey, so any
My
cousins?
mom has suplexed one of my aunts.
Hey, any of his cousins
On Easter.
watching this shit on Industry Special,
On
you
On
see
Easter,
me.
Not even like a regular situation, just
Gang,
like
gang.
on a holy day.
on a holy day.
Yeah.
She
So you fuck with them, you better
suplexed
come
your
fuck with me
And my
too,
aunt
right?
hit the ground and she went. And my mama was like, I knocked the breath out of you, didn't I? And I was like, you're being stop. And she was like, don't talk to me like that. And she smacked my ass down. I was like, you're right, mom. You can fight your sister.
Yeah, if you fight your sister.
That's called a whole lot of
Damn,
gang
she
shit right there.
suplexed her. You know how much?
No, I mean like real like bah, dropped her ass. And my aunt I had never seen someone like the only time I had ever seen someone lose their breath like that. I played football one time and I got hit
One time.
and I died. I was like, oh, I have asthma.
died.
Oh, I got hit and I lost my breath. And then my aunt, the next time, like I never seen anyone experience that, and I saw my aunt do that, and I was like, damn, you're trying to catch your breath and you can't even catch it. That's how bad you feel right
Just
now.
like when my uncle gave me that rib shot.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to cry, but I can't.
No, it was so rude.
So
And my mom was so gangster. She like suplexed her and like dropped her and then walked away. And everybody was like, oh. And I went inside. I was like, Mom, that is really mean. She was like, don't talk to me right now.
she's like, man, don't worry about this.
And she sat there and drank her drink. And she was like, I need to poop by myself.
What did she drink?
Tequila.
So you said you had been banned from Pac Bell Park, which is AT&T Park, which is now
How'd you get banned from there,
Oracle
too?
Park.
I guess back in the day they used to give these little like blue slips, and it was like a 3 strikes you're out kind of thing.
You had 3 of them?
How do you get 3?
Jesus Christ.
During that time I was really drinking a lot and doing a bunch of drugs, but the one that I remember, like the first one, it was my first boyfriend, and like we were just like drinking beers in front of the park, and like this cop just came up hella cutty, and he just like asked us what our birthdays were, and we were trying to figure out like what the correct year was for like the 21 of that time.
He's like, fuck off. Here's a
And we
slip.
both like got it wrong like so bad. Like I got it right and he got it wrong so hard. So then that was our like first one. And then my second one, I used to work at Starbucks, and I guess our Starbucks won like the best sales of like either California or the state, or I mean or the country.
Okay.
So my boss was like, let's go to a Giants game. And we went to a Giants game. And I went into the bathroom. And some bitch was kicking the door. Like, I don't know. We got in this whole altercation. Like, she was kicking the door and she was like, when you get out of there, I'm going to beat your fucking ass. And
Whoa.
I was okay with that. But then
I was cool with that.
The boyfriend started kicking the door. And
Oh, he's in the women's room?
boyfriend was
Were you in
like,
the boys' room?
Why is he
No,
in the women's
no,
room?
like right
Hold
by
on.
the bleachers.
Was there a women's or...
No,
They
by
have
the
both of them.
bleachers.
They have
It's
very
like
big boys and girls bathrooms.
It's like
saying, maybe
it's
it
like
was
a
a
gender
neutral
neutral
gender- yeah,
thing,
there you
and
go,
I guess
Oh,
like
the family bathroom.
the girlfriend was just like, "Let's get this bitch" or whatever. And anyways,
You
so
came out swinging, huh?
the girlfriend and the boyfriend were like kicking the door, and the guy that I was dating at the time, I was calling him. I was trying to call him like, "Yo, I'm about to get jumped right now. Like, hurry up!" And he wasn't answering the phone, so I
Obviously.
tied my hair up, took my
Earrings
shit
off.
out. I was ready to go.
Put some Vaseline on.
Yeah.
I opened the door. I walked out and I was like, "Who's a bitch?" And I just like socked her and I fucking beat her ass. But like, my Starbucks like coworkers were all on the bleachers. Like,
Oh
their little wives and husbands were just like right
man.
there and like looking at me. And I was like, they've never seen me like that. So I was just like, yeah,
Embarrassed.
Nah, you're nice.
embarrassed as fuck. And like, and then the cops came and like my boobs were out. Cause like when we were like fighting, I don't know, like,
Girl fights that happen.
because I was wearing a flannel and she was like ripping my shit open. And like the cops were like trying to put me in cuffs. And I was just like, let me put my boobs away.
Which rightfully you should be able to.
Let
Yeah.
me put my boobs
Let me
away.
put my boobs away.
get my titties.
Yeah, so like all of these coworkers who like who knew nothing about me, like
They saw-
totally
they saw
saw,
that side.
who
They
the
know
fuck
everything
I
now.
was, because I was not fucking around.
They was
and
like, we know everything about Lilo now.
well, the main thing was just like the girl can kick on the door all she wants, but when a guy wants to kick on the door, I'm like, what's up? Like,
You had to
I'm
make,
ready.
What's
you
that?
had to make a decision.
Now I'm about to get
What's
arrested.
happening?
Yeah, you had to make a decision. What was gonna
I
happen?
wanted to fuck the guy up more than I wanted to fuck him.
And he wasn't even there.
And
when
they
you
were
come out,
both
huh?
trashy. Like they look fucked up. Like
That's why you
I
didn't
didn't
waste
even
your
know.
time on that. Well, I don't
Too
know.
they were
late.
trying to punk me in this whole line.
Yeah.
In this whole line.
Sometimes you
Like
can't-
there was this long ass
have it.
line and they were trying to punk me. I was not having it. I
feel
was
you.
19.
All right.
I was ready.
You know how that is.
But anyways,
You
that
was all
was
19s.
my second strike.
And the third?
Another fight.
At
It was a
It wasn't last year, though.
A Los Angeles, whatever,
That's
Dodgers
why that happens
fan.
at every fucking
Ah,
Dodger
fuck
series.
I got in a fight at Dodger game and my
Yeah,
dad was
he's
not ready
just
for it.
trying to talk shit to me, and I was with like my cousin or something, and we weren't having it, and then
You should never have it.
but
Well,
Fuck
no,
them.
because
nothing ever happened after that. Like after they did the whole like little blue slip thing. I mean, that was so long ago. I don't even know if they followed through with that rule or if they even.
I
Like,
don't
Probably
think,
they
I think
don't.
they get so many. Were you in the bleachers?
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the first time I went to bleachers with my dad, so my dad doesn't like baseball at all, but like he loves watching it live. The first time we went, great time. There was multiple fights. People were talking shit to us, and we were super, super calm and patient. Second time, these people were disrespecting my dad, and my dad was like being hella cool. My dad's 6'8", big ass guy, but he's so soft. Was just chilling. And I was like, don't
He's
talk to my dad.
6'8"?
Yeah, my dad's massive. My dad, he got drafted for the Lakers, and didn't go play for the Lakers because my mom got pregnant with me.
What's his name?
Jose Monzo. He's super Rex.
Jose what?
Monzo. He won like hella state championships. But the second time we went to the Giants, we went to the second time he has been to a Giants game, I got into a fight and he was so mad at me. And I got into a fight because they were just hella like disrespecting him. And they called my dad a pussy. They were like, "You're that big and you're being a fucking pussy." And I was like, "No, my dad's a nice guy."
This is in LA?
No, this is here in the bleachers.
Why are they getting it into him?
That's what happens in the bleachers.
Yep.
Oh, he's a Dodger fan?
No, he's a giant. He's not a baseball guy at all. He was just like there to show with me to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And these Dodger fans were being out of pocket. And then someone who was a Dodger
Oh,
fan.
okay.
It was when someone was dating Rihanna, or they used to date
Matt
Rihanna.
Kemp.
Matt
Matt
Kemp.
Kemp.
Yeah, and they were like,
Rihanna.
no, and they were like, "You didn't fuck her right. That's why she left." And I was giggling, I was laughing, and this dude got pissed off, and then he
Yeah.
came on my dad sideways, and then we just got in a fist fight. And my dad was like, "Mijo, why you gotta be like that?" I was like, "Fuck that."
For real.
On that story with me fighting that couple, the main reason why I was all fired up was because my coworker, who was like, I was also related to, because he was also Tongan, he was gay, and the people who were sitting in front of us were like roasting on us because of like
Oh, they're hella rude.
him being gay or something. And we were arguing at first, and then when I was fighting those people about the bathroom, like, because we squashed it, and those people that we were fighting with stood up for us, and we're fighting those people too, and they ended up getting arrested.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Like, the people, like, who were talking shit about my gay coworker slash,
"Fuck
like,
that,
fam. And we were like, because the reason why, because my cousin was like, "Fuck that." And he went up to him, he was like, "You got an issue? What's up?" And they were like, "No, bro, like, we don't got an issue. Like, let's squash it right now. And then when I got in a fight with that couple, then they stood up and they fought for me, and they got sent to the drunk tank, and they got prosecuted.
Damn.
And that was kind of cool, because once we
Kind of cool, but they had to deal with it though.
Yeah, but when we confronted them about their homophobia, they were like, oh shit, like, you're right. And they like righted their wrongs, and then they stood up for me.
That's what's up.
Which was like crazy.
So that's worth being banned for, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, like,
That's a
also,
circle.
like,
You
fuck
can go to a
sports.
Giants game
Circle of life.
tomorrow and they won't remember your ass. I'll
Fuck
tell you
sports,
right now.
like, sports causes so much. No, not like that, but like, fuck, like, sports fans. Like, you cause so much, like, fighting and like hatred over nothing.
That's why I will never work at the Y on a Super Bowl.
Dude.
Beat LA.
Why?
'Cause we're
Fuck
not
the
trying to, like,
Dodgers.
speak about our company. You know the Y.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, I'll never work at that bar. I did 2 Super Bowls, and I was like, fuck this crowd. Just because your team is winning right now.
Hey, you're on wax.
And I've been like,
Fuck the Patriots.
No, I hate the Patriots.
dude, I hate
And the
the
reason why-
Patriots too.
I mean, I said it's
So,
too.
hold on, wait. I know you have an opinion, and I know you're going to speak about it. And this is the way I feel about the Patriots.
Also,
okay?
we don't have much time, but go ahead.
The way I feel about the Patriots is there has been no other football team where you've had so much money that you could pay a defensive line so heavily to take all your hits so you can have a quarterback who's worked for that team for fucking 14 or 15 years,
Hey,
20 years,
I got more.
and they never get hit.
I got
why
more.
Why don't they get hit?
Because the owner got $100 hand job.
Exactly. But the whole
Right?
thing is,
Come
that quarterback
Come on, Dame.
has-
Don't-
That quarterback
Dame.
has a great arm, but if that
Dame.
quarterback had gotten hit,
Dame.
if that quarterback had gotten hit or sacked and injured
$100 hand job.
multiple times throughout the course of his career, it would be a different story. But they have enough money to pay people to defend that person. If you look at the demographic of who is defending that person in the pocket,
That's the point.
no, I know it's the point. I get that. But there's no other team that has had that money that long to produce or allow someone to play like that.
49ers have done it.
Way back in
Nah,
the day.
yeah. I mean, a lot of teams have.
Pittsburgh has done it.
But you're consecutively.
It's not just money.
Consecutively.
It's also
I'm not
who you
working
draft.
consecutively.
But
This is what I'll say.
$100 hand job.
Me being a 49ers fan, actually working, 49er fan and a Giants fan, actually working for the A's and the Raiders, it's not that serious.
well, because also the Raiders had one of the best offensive lines for like. 2
But
or
when
3
I
years.
worked for them, they didn't matter. But I had to put up with.
The fans.
They were like, but no, it wasn't that bad. I had a lot of fun.
Patriots fans are the worst.
Thing was,
'Cause they're racist.
Niners
No.
fans are the
No,
worst.
they're so.
I worked for the Niners multiple years. They're the worst.
No,
They're
Raiders
very-
fans are the worst.
No, 49ers fans are very
No.
disrespectful.
No.
Yes, they
You
are.
ever worked at
I worked
at a Patriots
for
bar?
I worked for the 49ers.
All right, hold on.
I worked at the actual stadiums. They are the most disrespectful
Okay,
fans
but
I've ever
wait.
We're not going
Imagine-
to
I had-
argue on wax about
Last
this.
year-
'cause- hold on.
I'm gonna go on wax. Last year, I had my first fight I ever had in a bar from a Giants fan.
Quick. Go finish.
I'm a Giants fan. I had to fight another Giants fan because he was mad that I charged him $5 for fucking water, and he stole a bottle of wine from me. And when I snatched him up, he hit me with that bottle of wine. The only reason he didn't get his ass whooped is because his girlfriend was just in the way just long enough for security to get to him. This is a San Francisco Giants fan.
That's one person.
That's one person. I've seen multiple times.
I thought you
worked for the
said
Giants for
I thought you
7
said
years.
Niners was
Giants
worse.
fans are disrespectful. And I worked for the Giants. I worked for the 49ers 2 years. They're very disrespectful. I worked for the Raiders fan. I had no issue.
But have you ever
Once.
dealt with like a New
Even them
England?
knowing I'm a Niners
All right.
fan.
But I'm saying
Have
like
you
like
done-
a
Hold on,
Boston,
hold on,
like
hold
a
on,
Boston,
hold on.
Bruins, like massholes are
Hold on.
fucking
Imagine me.
worse.
Hold on.
Like,
Hold on.
imagine me.
'Cause-
like,
Yeah, I have. And I get
We
where
are
they're coming from.
1 hour past time.
Okay.
So we're going
I'm just saying
exit
physical.
out.
I'm just saying physical altercations and things I've dealt with. I've never dealt with any other.
Okay.
But also, the Giants fans right now aren't even really Giants fans because the Giants fans don't live
No,
here
this
anymore.
he was an old. He looked like he was Sam Bruno.
Oh, I believe it.
Long, old,
But that's few and far
bummy
between
looking
at this
mother.
point. Regardless, we have gone super long in the tooth. We got
we're
my
gonna
man.
end it? We're gonna
You
Why?
wanted-
It was
you
fun.
wanted 45 minutes. It's an hour and 45 right now. Yeah. We got my man Joshua right here, my homie. I was trying to shake your hand. Leave me hanging. Leave me hanging.
Yeah,
Leave me hanging. Leave me hanging.
Josh, shake hands.
He's talking to you.
He's
Talking to you, dog. Your name's Joshua, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking to him. I was like,
Whoa. He done forgot his
I was
name.
like, give me a little.
We also have Lilo, the voice of the industry special, and we have once again Dame.
Fucking with Dame.
Fucking with Dame. This is industry special episode either 28 or 29.
It felt like it only went 25 minutes.
It might have been 2 episodes.
Nah, we can't do 2 episodes. This is gonna be a lot of work for me. Patreon.com/industry special if you want to donate or pledge any money or buy a t-shirt. This shirt right here is $25 on the website.
Right there.
We also have hats. 25 for a shirt, 40 for both the hat and the shirt.
Get your head and your body right.
Dame got a shirt. Lilo got a shirt. Still waiting on Josh.
Right now, I'm just being that guy.
Still waiting on Josh to get a shirt. Now he ain't got it on him right now, but
I got it though.
he got the shirt. Lilo got the shirt. I was waiting on Joshua to get a shirt.
I'll wear a shirt.
Patreon.com/industry special. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, industry special. Why are you doing that?
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, industry special. Podcast is on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. Hopefully on Spotify if you pledge some money, because it's $300 a year to get on Spotify.
Enough. Don't give it to Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, fuck Bernie Sanders.
Give it to this guy.
Give it to Bernie Flanders, bruh. What's happening?
Did we
No.
touch on everything?
Yeah, we touched on more than
Everything.
everything. Yeah.
We touched on a lot.
Everything's been touched tonight.
We can touch everything in this room.
Man, Jerry has never been happy. It's 10 o'clock on the dot right now on a Thursday evening. Tomorrow is Friday, and we have the Empire Strips back at the
All 3 of us
Warfield.
gotta go to the bathroom.
We didn't even talk about T-Pain.
What, you want me to buy you a drink?
And all 3 of us gotta go to the bathroom. So let's cut this shit out.
I mean, you can't buy me a drink. You just could get it for free. And I tip the bartender.
I'm gonna take it.
So, yeah, thank you all.
I got
Appreciate
money
it.
in
Thank you.
the-
The hostess with the mostest.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
This is it. We out of here. Peace out. Hasta luego.
She gave me a wink.
She went back.
And I gotta go.
Back. She